Grand Admiral Krulzoth stood on the command bridge of the inevitable Victory, flagship of the Zorthan Imperial fleet. Behind him floated a magnificent armada, 1,000 warships, each capable of reducing a small moon to rubble. Their mission was simple: conquer the isolated blue planet, designated Sol 3, known to its inhabitants as Earth. Primitive species, Senior Intelligence Officer Vex Mora reported, her voice tinged with disdain as she reviewed the holographic data. Only achieved spaceflight 250 cycles ago. Fractured governance systems, mostly confined to their homeworld, with minimal presence on their moon and neighboring planet. Military technology estimated at classification D7. Krulzoth's mandibles clicked in satisfaction. The Zorthan Empire had subjugated civilizations far more advanced than this one. These humans would be nothing more than a footnote in the Empire's glorious expansion. Their most formidable nuclear weapons would barely scratch our secondary shields, Weapons Commander Draz noted with amusement. And our scanners detect no planetary defense grid. Prepare the standard conquest protocol, Krulzoth ordered. Destruction of major military installations, followed by targeted strikes on governmental centers. Once their leaders surrender, we'll begin resource extraction procedures. Yes, Grand Admiral, his officers responded in unison. The fleet moved into position, emerging from hyperspace at the edge of the system. Strange that the humans had no early warning beacons here. Perhaps they were even more primitive than intelligence had suggested. As the armada approached the orbit of the gas giant, the locals called Jupiter, Krulzoth addressed the fleet-wide communication channel. Warriors of the Empire, today we claim another world for our glorious Emperor. Victory is. A proximity alert interrupted his speech. Something was approaching a single small vessel, moving at impossible speed. Analysis? Krulzoth demanded. One human ship, approximately 200 meters in length, reported Sensor Officer Mirakesh, her voice betraying confusion. But these readings can't be correct. It's accelerating beyond any known propulsion capabilities. A scout? An attempt at diplomatic contact? Vex Mora wondered. Unknown, but it's broadcasting on all frequencies, Communications Officer Trell announced. Translating now. A human voice filled the command bridge, speaking in flawless Zorthan. Attention approaching fleet. This is Captain Elena Kostova of the Earth Defense Force. You have entered restricted space without authorization. You have 30 seconds to reverse course and leave this system, or we will be forced to destroy your vessels. Silence fell across the bridge before the command crew erupted in laughter. Such arrogance! Krulzoth marveled. One tiny vessel, threatening the might of our fleet? Target their ship. Let's show them the consequence of their insolence. Targeting systems engaged. Weapons Commander Draz confirmed. Firing main cannons. Energy beams lanced out from the inevitable Victory, but somehow the human vessel evaded them with impossible maneuvers. Their 30 seconds have elapsed, Trell noted. And now, they will. Krulzoth began, but stopped as the human ship suddenly accelerated directly toward them. Impossible velocities. Mirakesh shouted. They'll impact our shields in 5 seconds. But the human vessel stopped just short of the Zorthan fleet. For a moment, nothing happened. Then sensor alarms screamed across every ship in the armada. Energy spike. Mirakesh cried in panic. Unknown radiation signature. It's... The rest of her words were lost as reality itself seemed to twist around them. Space folded in ways that defied comprehension. Every officer on the bridge felt it, a momentary sensation of being simultaneously compressed into a singularity and stretched across infinity. The sensation lasted less than a second. When it ended, the human vessel was gone. So was 90% of the Zorthan fleet. Krulzoth stared in horror at the tactical display. Where 1,000 mighty warships had been, only 100 remained. The others hadn't been destroyed in any conventional sense. They had simply ceased to exist, erased from reality itself. The communication system activated again. Captain Kostova's voice returned, calm and matter-of-fact. That was a localized dimensional fold, what we call a pocket eraser. A warning shot, deployed at minimum yield. You have 10 seconds to retreat before we demonstrate what our weapons can do at full capacity. Krylzov didn't hesitate. All remaining ships, emergency retreat. Maximum hyperspace velocity. As the survivors fled, the final transmission from Earth followed them. The Galactic Council has been informed of your unprovoked approach. We suggest you don't return. In the weeks that followed, the Zorthan Emperor would receive the terrifying intelligence update. Humans hadn't been isolated due to technological limitations. They had been quarantined by the Galactic Council not to protect them from the galaxy, but to protect the galaxy from them.